He just came from Europe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's jet lagged. So it's one of the higher grades of the political piping structure.
If I could be general, I probably will be bold. Hello everybody, this is WarStory video vlog. I am Alex.
I'm Matthew.
And we prepared something for you. It was not staged. I just came here and I want to show you items that Matthew prepared for next CNT auction that will be here in the United States. And a bunch of really interesting material we want to discuss about, and probably it will be in two
videos.
Parts. Yes,
yeah,
in
great.
2 videos, because it's a lot of material here, and also we don't want to focus on the prices of these items. We want to, you can show it in catalog, but we want to focus on the items and on the stories behind these items. So here we can see, for example, really nice collection of headgear, and this collection we want to show you and share some information. Matthew.
My assistant. Would you like to meet my new assistant?
Yeah, this is from Artillery Regiment.
Artillery Regiment. This is Ralph, the new assistant at CNT Auctioneers. We're training him to be the new auctioneer.
Okay, so he will help us. What can he do?
Not a lot.
Okay,
no,
he just came from Europe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's jet lagged.
Yeah, okay. So, and something like white net fell.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, I called Matthew before I came and asked him, can he explain about these items to our English-speaking audience, because English is native language for Matthew.
Some say that it is, yes.
Yeah. So it would be great to hear his explanation about this stuff. Is it correct?
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, explanation. Yeah, no problem. I look forward to going through them with you, Alex, and pointing out to your viewers all the different features you get with German peak caps. So yeah, not a problem at all.
So let's start it from political one. So can we start from political caps? Because
sure.
It's pretty complicated to understand it, because
yeah, it can be with the political leaders' hats. Well, I'll start on these two here, because this is quite an interesting and rare fact, and not a lot of collectors always know about this. But so you've got two types here of blue piping. Now, this one here is for the Orts group, so that's the lowest level for the political leaders, okay? And then this one here is for judicial service. Now, the way you tell is by the colouring of the blue piping. So the judicial service has a much darker blue. I mean, hopefully you'll be able to pick that up on your filming, Alex. So maybe if I hold them like that way, maybe a bit easier for you to see. So the judicial, like I say, has a much darker blue piping, and they're much, much rarer. So all collectors out there, if you've got political hats and you wasn't aware of this, quickly run upstairs or wherever you have your collection and have a quick look and just see if you've got a rare judicial as opposed to an Orts group level. Like I say, it makes a massive difference as well to scarcity and obviously price. But that's something to really look for with political hats. These used to be quite common peak caps to find the political leaders, but as years have gone on, they've got much more hard to find and much more sought after. So they're two really quite nice caps, those. We're quite fortunate, although we've only got 3 here on the table, we've got quite a lot of political caps in the sale, different types of grade and different bands of the political leaders. So yeah, like we've said before, log on to the catalogues and have a look, so you can get a good look at what we've got with the political leaders' hats. And
this one is just nice in really good condition, and insignia is really nice shape. So these caps is really valuable war souvenir, because for some soldiers it was affordable to get and liberate only like stuff like that from army, but it was pretty rare situation when you can get really political headquarters on something. So it's
exactly,
like really,
yeah.
So that's nice. And yellow piping on that one.
So yellow piping is for what's known as Reichs level, okay? So it's one of the higher grades of the political piping structure. But this one is for the Oldenburg school, so the political political schools. And they have, on these ones, they have the vents. Normally that's an indication of ones from the political schools. And what's nice with this one is, like I say, it's all original insignia with the yellow piping. There's a little bit of wear. I mean, I don't know if you can see there's a couple little moth nips, but generally speaking, it's a pretty good example. Nice proper period interior with nice celluloid diamond. Fortunately, no tailor's details, but again, the condition is pretty good. And they're quite a rare cap to find. The higher grades of political leaders, because obviously there was less of them than the sort of the basic Orts group levels.
Yeah. But actually it's like a most important and historically important and most expensive at this one.
The judicial,
Yes, and probably that Luftwaffe one. This one is green color, pretty rare, and this one is air traffic control. And can you tell us more about this one and how rare is it?
Okay, well, yeah, like you said, so the green piping is extremely rare to find. And obviously this is what's known as the summer pattern cap. And what's nice is it's like a private purchase one. So you've got a nice tailor's diamond inside. But yeah, the green piping, there's various forms of piping for the Luftwaffe caps, and it doesn't follow total suit with the infantry and German army pattern caps. So green is for air traffic control. Obviously, later on in the war, they had what's known as the field divisions as well, which also wore green piping. But for this period of cap, this is air traffic control, which is, again, very, very rare. We do also have, not here on the table, we always have a black piped one, which is for basically guys who are working in the German Air Ministry. So that's black piping. But this one, again, is green piping for air traffic control.
It's pretty rare, and actually it's like NCO one.
Yeah, NCO pattern, because obviously officers' caps would always have the silver bullion wire. Yeah. So whatever section they were serving in, if they were an officer, they would have the bullion wire and then a bullion insignia. So nice summer pattern, NCO's pattern cap, again with the various piping colours.
And actually for Luftwaffe we can see here two more visor caps.
Yep.
And look at that, this one is Flak regiment, which means anti-aircraft.
Anti-aircraft flak artillery, yeah.
Yeah, and the second one is paratroopers and
flight section.
Flight section. Can you show us?
Sure.
Please.
Yep.
And on the auction, there was some officer's cap also, yeah?
Yeah, we're very fortunate. Like I said, we've got a very nice cap collection.
Yeah.
So we've got an officer's summer pattern cap, and we've even got a general's summer pattern Luftwaffe cap, which is general's one, which is really rare as well. Which if you want, Alex, I can get for you a bit later on if you'd like. So no problem to show you. So, but yeah, no, going back to this one again, real super. This is what when you're a collector of peak caps, this is what you want to look for. Okay, so you want to look for ones which are the private purchase, which have got a beautiful interior in them. They're the ones that are most sought after by collectors. So that's a real good tip to try and look for. They do tend to be a little bit more higher priced when you do find them. But like I say to all collectors, obviously you go afford what your budget can do, but try and get the best you possibly can for that budget. And private purchase ones are always the best thing to try and buy because they're just better quality, better quality made.
That's interesting.
So again, but then you got the flight one, which again this is quite nice. This is a very large size. You can see the difference in the size of the tops. Maybe you can see how different. So a large size. Collectors tend to like to buy large size items, but again, nice proper all original insignia. Always try and find them if they do sort of match the insignia. You very rarely get it where it matches totally, but try and get as best matched insignia as you possibly can on a cap because it tends to run suit that it's always been together. But again, good quality piping.
It's just not damaged.
No.
That's nice. And
a little bit of service wear, which again, you're always going to expect to see probably a little bit of service unless you're buying a real mint unissued example. But generally speaking, it's a good, honest flight section. And again, yellow is always popular because the paratroopers also wore yellow, so it always has that romance of the Fallschirmjäger.
So it would be great to display it with, for example, Luftwaffe second model and with gravity knife and something
exactly.
Like that. It means like I almost said like it means like you captured like a paratrooper, but they didn't take it with them. on the operation.
It's hard to jump with one of these on.
Yes,
Yeah.
but if you were under the
Comes like this.
yeah. Or you can sit on it.
Yeah, why not?
Because it was like pretty cold in aircraft. Anyway, so it's really nice, and a few more caps we can see here. But I want to show you this one.
This one, yeah, the Cavalry one.
Yeah.
So this is what a lot of collectors probably will know as. Let's put this out a minute. This is what's known as the.
It was a gift.
It's the Crusher.
Yeah. Crusher, it means
Crusher cap.
You can fold it, and it's
you fold it
up. Part of field gear.
So a lot of officers they carried them either like this or they held on. So it was like almost like a fashion piece, and you do tend to find that it was more the officers that were involved with the Panzer or the cavalry and things like that. Anything that was sort of motor based, they were the guys who tended to have crusher formed caps.
Yeah. Because actually one of the reasons you can just put it here during the battle and wearing the
when you're still helmet.
Yeah,
exactly right. Again, they always tend to have this sort of style lining. Occasionally you get them nicer, but they do tend to always, because these were real combat worn peak caps. So
that's really nice. I really like crushers. They sometimes it looks strange, but for people who understand, it's really cool. Stuff, and it costs much more expensive than just parade one, because it's really
they're very desirable by collectors. And what's nice this one is see you've got the brass Prussian Dragoon style eagle. So that's a tradition for the regiment going back to earlier pre-Third Reich eras days when they were able to wear the same tradition. And we've actually got another one of the infantry caps. Somewhere here as well. I think is this one here, which also has the you can see it has the tradition skull badge.
Yeah.
Which I think the regiment that wears that is on our website. Again, you can see in the description.
Yeah. And this one is also interesting. I mean, cavalry is also interesting because it was not really cavalry regiment in Germany. In German army during World War II, they mostly turned to
mechanized transport was what most of them were involved in. Yeah, the cavalry of what we know of cavalry wasn't used as obviously as much in after World War I. So they went to a more mechanized.
But I was like kind of surprised a few years ago when I realized that cavalry for Canadians, for example, it was like aircraft, helicopters.
Right, okay, yeah, sure.
And here 11 more visor caps we can see, and they are really interesting. And can you explain our subscribers difference between Waffenfarbe and pipings?
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll start, where do you want to start? Just start the top one? Okay, so this is one that a lot of people get very confused on, and it can be difficult because obviously as caps wear and fading can happen, the colours can slightly change. And with the German army, there's three types of green piping. You have this colour piping, which is associated with the administration department. You then obviously have the lighter, what's known as the apple green, which is for the Panzer Grenadiers. And then you also have a slightly darker green, which is for the mountain troops. But obviously the mountain troops ones tend to always have the metal Edelweiss between the cap eagle and the cockade. So green is quite difficult sometimes to tell, but this one is administration. Then you move on. So we've got a black pipe in here, which is for pioneer troops. Again, this is for an officer here.
And Pioneer, it was also very important and pretty like combat unit because they also built and construct bridges.
They were known as combat pioneers. So they were very, very important. A bit like in England, we had the Royal Engineers. That was our equivalent of the Pioneers, and we also had the Pioneer Corps in England as well. So they did the same sort of job as what they did. So then moving on, we got infantry, which is obviously the white piping.
Yeah.
And then artillery, which is for red. Same as what you have with the Luftwaffe has red for the Flak artillery. The German army also has red piping for artillery.
And this one is in really nice shape.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's probably a wartime period made cap. So it's probably wartime period, we would have said, just by, again, the quality of the cloth and the interior. It would indicate it's probably a wartime period cap, this one. But again, nice, you got the mix of the metal and bullion insignia, and that's the ticket number falling off.
We have to find it, but
yeah.
okay. And now you know the ticket number.
Yeah, no, you can see
if you
exactly.
just-
489, look at that.
If you just Google it on the catalog, you will find it shortly. But
So
looks
then,
like it was well prepared. Well prepared when it fall off.
it was almost like, yeah, you couldn't have planned it any better. So then again, we got some more infantry and artillery, and again another administration here. But then this one here is for medical. So the blue piping is for the medical. So the doctors and all doctors, medical staff would wear the blue piping.
And that's cool. I really like medical stuff or related with World War II because I also. Like my first education was medical, so
Right, okay.
yeah, so it's kind of cool, and actually it's also rare because it's unusual to find medical stuff and visor caps also.
Yeah, I mean, with visor caps, I mean, obviously infantry and artillery are probably the most common colours you'll find because they would tend to be the bigger amount of units. Obviously, what we haven't got here a Panzer, which obviously is the pink piping, and we don't obviously have the Panzer Grenadier or mountain troops, which I explained a minute ago. And also we don't have a signals, which is lemon yellow for the army.
But I would say about infantry visor cap that it's pretty rare to find so many infantry ones in one collection, because most of them already has been sold, or it was like a big unit, but it's pretty popular for collecting. This one have political eagle here.
Yeah, that one's got when that came in, we didn't really notice until we got to the cataloguing stage. But yeah, if you look there, it's got the political eagle as opposed to a army eagle.
Yeah.
So
It's easy to recognize.
Possibly that may have been replaced at a later time. A US veteran might have picked that up without the other eagle. Who knows? I mean, often when German troops were taken prisoner of war, often insignia was stripped from them. So it could well be that that eagle has been replaced at some point in its life.
Yeah, that's true. Some of visor caps lost their insignia, and in our days, sometimes we just can put it back and everything is okay. Just because of this insignia have only like two, how to say it, like not mustaches, like pins.
Pins, yeah.
Yes, and you can just put it back and fold pins, and it will be like it was before. But some of these caps have original insignia originally placed during the war.
Yeah.
So when it has been replaced and then put it back, it's like a normal situation. When it was here whole time, this is a really cool bonus.
Good thing to look for when you're looking with the insignia. If you see with this one, see how the wings of the eagle perfectly form with the cap.
Oh yeah.
That's always a really good sign of an eagle that's probably always been there.
Look at like a frozen here. Like how to call it in English correctly? Like the silver and frozen.
Frosting.
Yeah, frosting.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one is really nicely done.
And again, with the medical one, it's exactly the same. You see how that's nicely bent into the cap there.
And all these visor caps, it's also symbol because it's war souvenir, and for veterans, for United States veterans and for England veterans, it was like very valuable items that they can bring home and show against which enemy they
were fighting
fought.
against. Yeah.
So,
I mean, all these are all war souvenirs. Everything we deal with are all war souvenirs. So the first collectors of all these pieces were the soldiers who were fighting for our freedom that we have today. So we have to thank them for that. And this was their booty, shall we say, that I think the Americans always call it as war booty. So this was what they brought back. Thanks to them, this is why we can have these pieces and understand the history of World War II today.
And could you show us one more really historical piece? That one, that helmet from your steel helmet section.
This one?
Yeah.
This one, this is one of my favourite pieces in the sale. Hopefully you can pick it up on the video. But it's a basic German Army steel helmet. It's an M35, so it looks like it's possibly been a double decal because you can sort of see a decal here and a decal here. But what's really nice is that all here, someone has scratched names and places they were from in America. Some of them are easier to see than others, and some of them, they've been done better quality. So we've got here J. Harris, MD, R. Pruch, Pittsburgh.
Yeah, we can see it. Yeah.
Hopefully you can see them. But say some are scratched in better than others. This one's quite an easy one to see.
Yeah, guy from Minnesota.
From Minnesota. So yeah.
That's really nice. That's really cool. And
I think it's just a really cool veteran bring back piece. And you see often the German flags, which have all got the pen inked names and places where they've been. But it's not so common to find German helmets with this. So this is a great illustration of what I was just talking about in terms of items being war souvenirs and brought back by the veterans who were fighting in World War II. So this helmet, as you can see, has got all scratched into it, all the names of soldiers and probably his comrades in arms, and they've put in their names and where they were from. So it's a real great illustration of a veteran bring back piece that he's obviously found on the battlefield, and he's had all his friends sign it as like a piece to take home and probably show his family when he got home from overseas. So look what I captured, and these were all my friends, all my buddies that I fought with during World War II.
Yeah, and that's also cool because I already shown in my Russian-speaking channel, but you can see it on your screens. All these items U.S. veteran sent to his family, and you can see the flag, you can see SS insignia, you can see SS chain dagger and full uniform set. So it's was in a display during the war, and his wife, you can see her on the screen, also has been published with this SS uniform here in United States in local newspapers, because she asked like money for military needs. So it's also really nice, and we know many proofs how veterans brought it back and sent it back home. And actually you can see here more helmets from helmet section, but I think it would be great to see this one. This is like cavalry style.
This one? Yeah, this is the this is World War One. This is not World War Two. This is from World War One. So this is the M18, what they call as the ear cutout cavalry and telegraphist troops. So
because of special
flared thing, and then it's cut out. So they say for headphones to be placed over. I'm just going to hold the strap and lining in, because with Imperial helmets they're quite delicate. Yeah. But with this one, if you catch it in the right light, there is remains of a camouflage paint finish.
Oh yeah,
which hopefully you can see. You see more here, and you can see the separation lines in places. So yeah, it's a really good.
It's pretty valuable, and many people want it. And a lot of fakes of them.
Lots and lots of fakes of them. So you have to be very, very careful when you're buying these. This one is also, it's got the proper 1918 pattern chin strap, which is quite rare. But yeah, collectors, do be very, very careful with these. If you find one and it's a very, very cheap price, then be careful. Yeah.
Even it's a big price, also you have to be careful.
Well, of course.
Sometimes like dealers like buy it and they just don't know.
Yeah, you can have that, but yeah, no, always look for them. Once you've handled a few of them, you will pick it up, and you will know what to look for with them.
Sure. And this one, this couple of items I really like, and this kind of unusual helmet, and this helmet is for general, and actually you can see here like BMW colors. So which means Bavarian.
State of Bavaria. Yeah, so it's for Bavarian General, and like we were saying about things brought back. These items, both these two items and other items we've got in the sale, were all brought back by a American veteran from Ohio, and they literally have been consigned by his grandson, and all the details of his military service are accompanying each of the lots that are in the sale. And if you go onto the website, you'll be able to read all about the gentleman who brought them back.
Yeah, that's really nicely done. Cap here, or glass?
Yeah,
cup or glass?
Cup. Yeah, pewter cup to celebrate the German Reich.
Yeah, cool. And here we can see 1987.
Yeah, 1790. So the centenary of the Kaisers.
And this one is Bavarian not only because of this insignia, also we can see in True Festus Bavarian.
Yeah,
motto.
it's Bavarian motto. Yeah, exactly.
And look at that. The old general Pickelhaubes has this shape of
fluted spike. And what I liked with this one is you obviously have to be quite careful, but when you can see all the fittings are all very dark.
You can hide something
and when you
here.
when you take the spike off, that was the color it was originally.
Oh wow!
So you can see all those years of
So
dirt.
it's like a time capsule here.
Exactly, exactly right.
No patina, but I really like this patina because it's also a sign that nobody played with it.
Exactly. I personally love things that are like this. Some collectors like them shiny, like they just come out
there
the
is
factory.
a problem in 90s probably. Many items has been cleaned.
Yeah, exactly. But
it was like kind of fashion, yeah.
Yeah, but I personally much prefer to see them like this.
Can you show us the liner?
Sure. Yeah. So that's the liner system. So typical officer's liner with the leather straps, and this one is the initials of the general.
If I could be general, I probably will be bold, and it will be like kind of scratch
your head.
Yes, probably. But anyway, this really nice, really cool system, and it's also different compared with just regular.
Regular other ranks. It is different. Obviously, the better quality inside. The leather, unfortunately, has shrunk, and as a result of that, the rear peak has sort of folded in. But it is all original to it.
But it's still soft if you.
You can probably put something on it to try and to make it thing. But personally, I still love it how it is.
Yeah, sure. This one is really nice. Is it two different lots or one?
Different lots. Yeah, there's a whole series of lots that were brought back by this American veteran. So if you look in the catalogue, it will say pieces that were brought back by him.
But actually, if there is a collector who will buy this helmet, it would be kind of historical charity to buy the cap also, because and keep it together.
There's another lot as well. There's a general's shoulder strap and sword knot, which also for Bavarian General. So which is the next lot after the helmet is the shoulder strap. And
okay, probably it would be great to mention it in the description which lots was together.
Yeah, they do say on there. But again, if any viewer or wants to or contacts you, Alex, directly, or contacts us directly, we can tell them exactly which lots were brought back by this.
Oh yeah,
by this,
feel free to contact us. So.
No problem at all.
Yeah,
happy to tell you.
And what else? I asked to put here some eye stoppers, and you can see here really impressive cannon, and it looks like heavy caliber German.
I think it's French cannon, we believe.
Is it First World War?
Probably just pre World War One.
Okay.
But it's what's known as, we call it in England we class it, it's called scratch built model of a cannon.
So it's like a crafted.
Yeah, exactly. So it's all wooden based, and then with the metal wheels.
What do you think? Is it wheels made on purpose for this cannon?
Yes.
Probably it's for.
Good question. I would think so. I would think they're made for it.
But anyway, it matched, and it looked perfectly, and that's really nice. And with this small, this small cart.
Yep, yeah, the sort of limber. Yeah,
limber, and that's cool. And how much it will be?
That would be about $400 to $600. I think is what the estimate we put on there.
It's not that expensive, yeah.
No, it's an impressive thing. Shipping might be expensive, but
because it's really huge, you see.
Yeah, and these are heavy. The wheels are heavy. The rest of it's light, but the wheels are heavy. So.
And this poster looks impressive.
I really like this. I think it's a really cool thing. Wings over America with the U.S. Army Air Corps. So it's a poster on board. Just a very iconic image.
U.S. Army Air Corps, it means it was not U.S. Air Force before.
No, this was before.
Because USAF existed, which year? Like in 50s, I guess.
No, it was...
after war.
Pass.
Yeah,
Pass. Not 100% sure.
So I googled it. Yes.
Yeah, Google.
Air Force became separate, like a Navy and Army after World War II for sure. So this one is like pretty early one, and that's nice.
It's probably pre World War II, I think.
Yeah, that's cool. Probably our subscribers can tell us.
Sure.
About
Yeah,
it.
yeah. They may know more than I do about America. American
also-
is not my speciality, I will admit. So
And also here we can see American part of American aircraft.
yes.
With American insignia, and it looks like it found in Russia. Yeah.
Yeah, so apparently so. Yeah, apparently it was found in Russia. It's from an American aircraft, and you're going to put me on the spot now and tell me, the P-40E, that's what it's from. So that's the aircraft it was from. Mm-hmm. Okay, and again, if you go onto a website, there's a bit more details about the aircraft. But yeah, as you can see, I really like these sort of things because they're different type pieces, and it's got a lot of the paint still on it. And you can see the outline of where the American star insignia was. And it's just quite a cool piece.
And it would be great to know from what part of Russia this item, because some American aircraft came from Far East, and they still had American insignia on it. Yes, and sometimes on Far East also people find like remainings of
American aircraft.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's a Lend-Lease, and here we can see second part, but from
German. Yeah, from
German.
Ju-88. I think this is from. Yeah.
And this one is also very impressive.
Yeah,
and,
you can see the where the shells ripped through the.
From the fuselage. It's a part of fuselage, and it's pretty thin.
Yeah, aluminium, yeah.
Yeah, and this one is also very interesting. And probably it has been found in Karelia or maybe like Leningrad area, but it should be like north, maybe Murmansk area, because it has not been in underground, like surface found.
Surface found, yeah, okay, yeah, not deep in the ground.
Yeah, because it's all paint is here.
Yeah.
So it's really
it's quite
probably our Russian-speaking subscribers can help us with this item, because it could be like in forums or somewhere.
Sure.
It would be great to know history of this one. And that one is really nice. I see it's a part of propeller.
Yeah, this is been made up by someone, but it all seems to be from probably a World War I crash site, I think. So you've got obviously the wooden propellers with the brass tips, and you've got an aviation altimeter up here, and then there's some little relics of the struts and stuff at the bottom. But it's been made up, I think, by a aviation collector. This and this always come from one consignor who got into a big collection of aviation pieces from a deceased estate. So that's where they've all come from, and as you can see, they've all got that same lovely sort of been there look about them. So that's obviously what the collector loved when he bought them.
And they really like these items too, especially because of these items related with Ostfront, you know?
Yes.
Yes.
The Russian connection, yeah.
And now I think it would be great to make a break for a lunch, and after the lunch we will show you some more items. It will be really soon, in few days, second episode of this video. We want to show you some items from edged weapons section and some more swords we can show you, and also we can show you Japanese parachute. It will be like special for next time.
And we have a very nice flag as well, which I'll show you, which we'll tease the audience with. But so tune in for the next video, and we'll show you a really, really rare German flag.
And also, I see a lot of boxes here, and I will dig up something for you guys, and we will also show it to you. So now I am excited for lunch.
Good.
Yes, let's go and grab something like these small portions.
Yes.
And as a bonus, I asked Matthew explain us difference between terminology between American collectors and British collectors. So it's really interesting. Can you show us some like items and different names of different?
Sure. Yeah. Well. Okay. So we'll start with the German hats that we've got out here already. So in England, we would call this a peaked cap. Whereas here in the United States, the terminology is used by collectors as a visor cap. And then moving on, which will go to my assistant here. Hopefully his head won't fall off as I do this. Stay. There we go. Over here in the United States, they call these an overseas cap. They're referred to in England as a side cap. silly little things, differences that we have between two English-speaking nations, but that's what we do. Now this is where his head will fall off. No, perfect, he's still there. Good.
And for sure we have to ship this item to our customers, to our clients. It is a difference between customer and client?
Yeah, it's just a different terminology you'd use for, some people call them customers, some people call them clients. It means the same thing, yeah.
So to deliver these items, these peak caps or visor caps or this overseas
cap. Overseas or side cap, yeah.
Yes, we need a parcel or package.
Package, yeah.
It depends
exactly.
it depends of the country where you send it.
Exactly.
But anyway, now I think we're good to go for a lunch. Yes, take some rest and film one more video for you. Thank you for watching this video until the end, guys, and thank you for your support, because I think I see that much more like button people press. Yes, and people also share this video and share our videos also.
Great.
And I want to ask you share this video also, because it really helpful for like improve my channel, and I really appreciate you for that. So again, thank you for watching this video until the end. All these items you can see on the link above this video, and have a good one, and see you real soon.